EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Daniels on the return. First down, Murray. Flush to his right. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They'll look to set up his blockers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cook on the 1st down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, It gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
Will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play action now. Cousins. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. J.J. Watt able to get him for a loss of about 3. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13. Cousins now from the 50. That'll be complete to Cook. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a loss.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Vikings will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Daniels on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Murray. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They're going for it. Hits Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he gets this one down to the 24. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. Cousins to throw it this time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They'll get 11, but it will still lead to the fourth down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. To throw is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 36, Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no.
Back into their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. The 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, 63 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Daniels on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Sure. 17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Hey, top right.
Murray now on 1st down. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Connor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run with Connor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. from the gun, a give to counter. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. Murray now to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Snap comes to Murray at 1. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Cousins. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Daniels on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Connor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Murray fighting, lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Daniels on the return.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go your big horse, charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Chad Murray's going to set up the throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
2nd and 15.
Under 10, 10, 49.
Another try after the first down sack.
Murray, that's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Come on. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Murray going to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Murray. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this on the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Keneduagu now out of his end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to... And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off at the 45.
And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Let's do this.
The Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women